fastest to the line is that this is his only shot, and why not? If you don't try, you never win.
Yeah, you get the feeling that if there's a big push from maybe 2-3 riders, they'll go across to him. But it's just getting that big enough distance away from the other guys in this escape.
13 kilometers to go. Robert Stannard at the moment leading, and then the remains of, or the rest of the 16-man breakaway. Mike Teunis is up there, Frank van der Broek, Dries de Bond, Thibaut Grosso, Johnny Vermeers. Yeah, most of them are still there. But the peloton is inching closer. But I think, Pippa, we've been saying that for the last at least 30 kilometers that the peloton are really getting closer now.
Yeah, every time, you know, if you're in the front, you look round and you can see the peloton. And if you're in the peloton, you look forward and you can see the break. But they still haven't caught them yet.
Nope.
I think it's only kind of a matter of time before somebody really takes it in hand on the front and puts it and starts kind of burning through riders just to close the gap, so we get the sprint that we are all expecting.
Yeah, but we haven't even gone through all the sprinters on the start line. We have, from all teams, UAE are here with Juan Sebastian Molano, Soudal Quick-Step, of course, with Tim Merlier and Paul Magnier, but he's in that first group. Olaf Kooi of Visma Lease Bike, Biniam Gremaille for Intermarché Vanti. Lidl Trek don't have an out-and-out sprinter in this race. We're in victorious with Govikar, fast man to the line. Paul Gautera, we just saw him for the Decathlon 82R. Doesn't have the speed that the likes of Kooi and Merlier have. We're looking at Sam Welsford as a fast sprinter. Pavel Bittner is up there alongside Fabio Jacobsen for Picnic Postenel. We also have Paul Penouet of Groupama FDG, Fernando Gaviria, Dylan Groenewegen, of course. Davide Ballerini is with XDS Astana. Cofidis have Milan Fretin. Arnaud De Lie of the Lotto team is there. And and I also wanted to mention Rick Pluimers and Arvid de Klein of the Tudor cycling team, although Rick Pluimers is, of course, at the front. And Unibet Titema Rockets, he's already moving up there in his Slovakian national champions jersey. Oh no, that's Matthias Vacek. Moving up for Lukas Kubiš. But Pippa, if the likes of Biniam Gremaille has to go to the front right now to try and catch a breakaway, that is a remarkable situation if that is your top sprinter.
Yeah, it looks like the peloton does. And the surprising thing is, this is the section where there's a little bit of side wind, and we saw Tim Wellens last lap accelerate there, and the peloton's kind of backed off completely. Nobody wants to take up the chase. So a little bit of a stalemate again. But you know, this group, you know.
I'm on the side of the breakaway right now.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it does look like if there's any more hesitations behind them. If these guys go to 40 seconds, then they're going to go to the finish line.
I must say we have a headwind going back to Breskens, which is not a great plan if you want to attack on your own, because we do have a northern wind and we're going towards the north pretty soon now. Again, one rider for Visma Lease Bike, but we've already seen Attila Walter at the front, Julien Vermoten, Menno Huizing, Christophe Laporte, and that means that for Olaf Kooi, there's just not a great many riders left. Dan McClay is there as a lead out, same goes for Edoardo Affini. So there's not a great deal of riders left for Visma Lease Bike. This is Groupama FDG with Clément Rousseau. We also have Ineos Grenadiers and another team who do not have any representation at the front. But I think the penny is kind of dropping towards the breakaway at the moment.
It is, because this chase isn't organised enough, so it's just one rider at a time coming up and pulling for 100 metres or so. So it's not as organised as it needs to be.
As you can see from the rider at the front right now, this is a really, really difficult headwind sector. And that also means that the riders at the front here, with Axel Huns of the Unibet Titema Rockets, they have to keep working together. But this headwind section, that might just do them in.
There's a bit of a stalemate, you know, in how this is going. These guys don't want to pull because they're wondering if they're going to make it close enough to the finish that they can jump each other. And in the peloton, there's teams that could close the gap, but they don't want to because it would be to the advantage of the others.
Yeah, and when it comes to the teams that don't have anybody at the front, they have already spent quite a few resources on this chase. So how many riders do they even have left to do that final push towards that breakaway of 16? Clément Rousseau, the man in blue, still doing the work at the front. And now we have an attack with Lotto's Jared Drisners and Thibaut Del Grosso on his wheel. Jasper Stuyven is looking, Kenneth van Rooij, Frank van der Broek, Asgreen, Paul Magnier. Yeah, Paul Magnier says, okay, guys, do not give up, try. I have seen firsthand on Sunday what can happen if we think that we are going to close that final 10 seconds. We might not.
Might not. A whole bit of chaos again.
Just going to call it the Rory Townsend effect from now on. You have to close every last meter. And otherwise you can also have a completely disorganized sprint without any sprint trains on the rails and what have you.
I think back in the peloton, there's enough teams who haven't kind of committed to doing any of the chasing that they're going to suddenly pounce at the end here. But it does look like this is going to be the last possibility for the peloton to close this down.
It's a headwind section as we are moving back to Breskens on our way to the finish line. Everything in one camera shot. It's been a fascinating battle, Pippa, between these 16 riders at the front. It's still not completely over. They still have to close those final meters, but you can see Thibaut Del Grosso already glancing over his shoulder. That is, yeah, making that sign with his hand. Come on, guys, keep on working together. If we don't work together, we don't have a chance at all to bring this home. But yeah, the peloton is picking up the first 8, 9 of our original breakaway.
Yeah, so that's 9 guys that went back. So that's 9 teams who theoretically should start chasing now, but they've got nobody in the front.
Mike Teunissen, Frank van der Broek, Gianni Vermeers, Thibaut Del Grosso, Jasper Stuyven, Jared Drisners, Jelte Krijnse. Those are the riders left at the front right now. They still haven't caught all of these riders. We still have Kasper Asgreen out there. But one of the riders of the Ineos Grenadiers, I think it's Michael Leonard, the Canadian, is now leading the peloton. 6 kilometers to go. This seems like a mission impossible, but they're still not giving up.
And you have to ask yourself, why are Ineos riding on the front in the peloton? Because they don't have a kind of recognised sprinter with the other, compared to the other guys, fast men are here. So
no, of course, the likes of Axel Laurence, or yeah, they can do a good sprint. Ben Turner can do a good sprint, but after a more like hilly terrain kind of race.
Yeah, it's not with some of the kind of really big, super rapid, just I'm only a sprinter types. You know, these guys are hoping there's a crash the back.
Oof. Big crash with one of the riders. Hansgrohe Sam Welsford is on the deck here, and he looks in pain. Another rider there on the left-hand side for Visma Lease bike. Looks like Jack Rutgen Gray, or is it Marijn van den Berg? No, it wouldn't be Marijn van den Berg. It is. He doesn't have an aero helmet today. Oof. Medics to tend to Sam Welsford straight away. Looks a little bit dazed. And then the moment is here, Pippa, that they are caught at 5 kilometers from the line.
Yeah, and that's I'm not sure, does this race have the safe zone from 5K?
This is Dan McClay. Marijn van den Berg, who is not wearing an aero helmet, so yeah, it's probably going to be for the likes of Albanese for the EF Education team. Let's see what happened here, all the way at the back, I think. Ooh.
Just a wave.
I think also Govikar was involved in that crash for the Bahrain Victorious team. One of the potential sprinters. But yeah, at 5 kilometers to go, everything back together. So it looks like we are going to watch that sprint between the likes of Kooi and Merlier. Well, Pippa Ineos Grenadiers are confident in their sprinting power with quite possibly Laurence. It's hard to see from this helicopter shot who is going to be that third man in the train. We also still have Aaron Gate out there for XDS Astana. They have also moved to the front. I don't see any yellow jerseys whatsoever. There was one other Visma Lease bike rider involved in that crash. We didn't catch his number, but maybe it was Olaf Kooi.
Yeah, there's no real organisation of any. There's no kind of block of colour that we would usually see. You can get a glimpse of Mathieu van der Poel's, what, 6th position. I think that's the first time we've seen him today. So, you know,
yeah,
he's probably just trying to stay out of trouble at the moment.
Yeah, these kind of stages, Pippa, are for him to exactly stay out of trouble. And on Friday is the first big test for Mathieu van der Poel. The Queen stage, including Muur van Gerardsberg, Bosberg, it's going to be on Friday and not on Sunday. And of course, that has everything to do with the clash with the Vuelta. So on Friday, we can all watch that fantastic Queen stage in and around Gerardsberg. I do think that Olaf Kooi is kind of isolated here. Oh, he's got one more rider with him, with Christophe Laporte and Vermoten. But with 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers to go, yes, indeed, it's still quite a way to go. It's just always so amazing how easily somebody like Mathieu van der Poel holds his position in the peloton. He makes it look so relaxed. It's just the bike handling skills that are off the charts here.
So this is that big sweeping left-hander where everybody's pinned on the right-hand side, and it looks like the sprinter teams are going to take this opportunity to try and move up on this point. But it's not easy. You can see I think it's down to Christophe Laporte trying to get Olaf Kooi back to the front now, and he's not going to have an easy time with it.
We have Fritin up there for Cofidis. I think Pavel Bidner is there. Biniam Girmay is there. Arvid de Klein should be there as well for the Chirupre cycling team. Arnaud De Lie is coming up in the red jersey of Lotto, but this sprint is it just has Tim Merlier written all over it, to be honest. He still has Dries van Gestel up there. Yves Lampaert is still there. His trusty lead-out Bert van Lerberg is still up there. Soudal Quick-Step are doing a great job so far. Look at the speed there, Pippa. 54 kilometers an hour. As the road narrows again, take a left-hand turn on this major roundabout. And yeah, if you saw that Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rider losing at least 30 positions there by choosing the wrong side of the road.
Riders on the grass now as well.
We have Dylan Groenewegen, of course, for Jay Kalula. He's up there somewhere. Final kilometer coming up right now. Looking like a good lead-out train there for Arnaud De Lie. Still got one rider in front of him. We have Tim Merlier moving up on the left-hand side. And mind you, at 300 meters to go, we got that soft sweeping left-hander. And that means, as you can see, all the main teams, all the main sprinters are moving to the left-hand side of the road. to take the ideal line into that final row. Pavel Bittner is up there as well for Picnic Postenel. Final lead out is happening from Jaco Lula, but Dylan Groenewegen is a little bit further back. He has to move up there on the left-hand side. For now, we are going to start that lead out for the Soudal Quick-Step team. Tim Merlier, of course, the European champion, gets onto the wheel of the Picnic Postenel team. He is going to profit from the lead out there for Bittner, Pavel Bittner, and we have Tim Merlier. Pavel Bittner has started his sprint early. Can he hold off Tim Merlier? No, Tim Merlier is going to be absolutely superior win again by Tim Merlier with Molano up there. Ben Turner was up there as well. But yeah, these kind of finishes, it's almost impossible to beat Tim Merlier there.
Yeah, and he was always in the kind of really good position coming into that last 500 meters.
Just for a moment, the entire day.
Just for a moment, he had Olaf Koy trying to track him, but he got bundled off the wheel. So as soon as Merlier latched onto the Picnic Postenel lead out, there was only going to be one outcome from that.
Yeah, right hand side for ice cream, turnaround for the podium. We might have some beer, who knows? Molano was quite close there. Bittner, I saw Ben Turner. We're going to just watch it on repeat now, but it was pretty clear who was the best rider, the fastest sprinter. And the hallmark of a good sprinter, Pippa, is that you don't see them the entire day. And of course, Soudal Quick-Step didn't have to do anything. They had Paul Magnier in that first group, so they were not even obliged to do any work at the front of the, because from that group of 16, Paul Magnier was arguably the fastest. So it was an ideal scenario to have Magnier up front there.
Tactically, they have it covered, but you still have to stay out of trouble and stay out the wind the whole time. So for Tim Merlier, he probably had a couple of guys with him all day. So, you know, when you've got somebody like Yves Lampart to ride in the wind on those little sections, it makes a big difference.
Of course, Tim Merlier is also our new race leader. 6 more weeks that he can wear this rather fantastic European Champions jersey. We're going to have the European Championships in the Drôme Ardèche region, which is the place where we also have the double header open in France. So